Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a Minecraft video. We are playing Minecraft 1.0, which released actually more than 10 years ago. So, right on time. Incredibly relevant. Yeah, super on time. But I've decided I'm going to go back and I'm going to play some of the older versions of Minecraft because, you know what? It's been 10 years. It's been a long time. This was the version I started playing with back when it came out in 2011. I got a new computer just so that I could play Minecraft because my old computer was so old that it actually couldn't run it. And there's not many computers nowadays that can't run Minecraft. But back in the day, I had a really old computer. I think actually still had, like, it had one of those monitors that was a foot thick. And I had burned the screen, so the screen was pink, and that was what we had. We had an old desktop computer. I think I still have it somewhere, but it doesn't work anymore. Obviously, it's just too old. You can't do anything with it. So we got a new laptop just so that way I could play Minecraft. I think I got it as a birthday present. Like, that was what I did. And I've been playing it ever since, which now has been what, 13 years? I think, yeah, 13 years that Minecraft has been out and that I've been playing it since the full release, because I got it with the full release. I did play some of the betas after the fact, but that was not when I started. I started playing with 1.0. So let's begin. I did test that this works and that all of the things show up. We don't need that world anymore. I know it works. You know it works. You don't know it works, but I know it works, and that's the important part. So we're going to create a new world. I don't know. Nostalgia craft, I think is what I'm going to call it. And good grief, I can't type. I don't think we need to change any of this. I think structures starts us on world type normal because that was the only option. I don't remember how the seed generator worked in the old days. That may not do anything, but we shall see. Let's see what we get. Generating level, saving chunks. We don't have the speedrunner square that we have now. It was a world before speedrunners, and it was a better world. And speaking of worlds, this is the world that we are in. There's a couple of local pigs hanging out over there. There's some trees here that will provide me with lots of wood. Got a nice forest, and oh, a cave that I about fell into. And this is going to have the old cave gen, which I admit I really liked. That said, I do think the new cave gen is better. More of the local wildlife, a lovely little lake here. This is old. I've got nothing here. I'm a Steve. I don't have my skin. I don't know if I can give myself a skin in old Minecraft now. You could then, but I don't know if you can now because of the way the launcher works and the way the skins work. I don't know how I would go about doing that. It is probably possible, and I just don't know what I'm doing, which is the normal state of things. But yeah, there we are. I've punched a tree, the first tree in 1.0 in 13 years. Maybe 14 years, or maybe 12 years. Depends on how long it took them to release the next version, because I updated promptly back when that happened. And that looks like a lovely place to build a little cabin. Just right there on that little peninsula out in this lake. Got cows absolutely everywhere, which I really appreciate. I hope that the game volume is not too high. Right, you can't sprint swim in this version of Minecraft, so there's absolutely no point in trying. That's another thing that I'm really glad they added. Because as much as I love this, as much as the nostalgia is absolutely there, I think we can agree that some of the changes that modern Minecraft has are just better. Some of the things that you can do now that you couldn't do then are just really awesome. Got some clay. We could make the old-fashioned brick house, but frankly, that takes a lot of coal, and I just don't have that kind of coal. So I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to survive my first night. I'm going to make some sticks and a crafting table. Benchmarking. Is it a crafting table? Okay. For a little while, it was called a workbench, but I can't remember when that was. Slabs, the slabs that are still treated as stone, because that was just a weird time in Minecraft when slabs were stone, and you had to mine them with a pickaxe. They fixed that pretty quickly, but for a little while, I think for 1 or 2 versions, slabs were treated as stone, and you just couldn't mine them with an axe. Or you could, but it took forever and ever and ever, and I don't think you got your stone back. And I forgot how much I liked the old textures for coal. I mean, the new ones look really awesome, and I love what they've done, the way they've changed it to where it treats... to where these drop like coal does, so that you can use fortune on things like iron and gold and whatnot, other than just coal and diamonds. But I have to say, there is something really nice about the way the textures used to look. Alright. So, anyway, to those of you, those few of you who have seen my videos before, and it is very few because I only uploaded for a little while, probably a few months, and it's been, I think it's now been over a year since my last upload. So, sorry about that. I think in my last video I was talking about how amazing it was going to be. I was going to be in college, and that was going to give me so much time to record and time to play games, and oh, was I wrong. I haven't had time to do anything other than work and school and moving for the past, I mean, really for the past 6 months. I know it's the end of summer, I've been on summer break, but I've been working a whole lot more because I could, because it's summer break. You know what? I saw some sheep. I'm gonna go and have a look at some sheep. If I can find, if there's enough sheep, I might just make a bed. Just because the option is available. I don't think... Okay, no, they had added sprinting. They had added sprinting and hunger and all of that in this version of Minecraft. So this, I think, was the first version that got all of that. Okay, there are definitely enough sheep for a bed. I am going to do that. And I know that... I don't know, the first night seems sacred. Maybe I won't sleep tonight, but I am going to get... I'm gonna get a few things together. Let's get some stone tools. And then we can get some more wood, get some... See, it puts everything over here, but I can't set up the keybinds, because usually I put everything over here. But I can't set up the keybinds to make that easily accessible, so I guess I'm not going to do that. Because normally I use all kinds of weird keybinds, and I keep finding myself trying to use them now. But you can't anymore because... Come here, buddy. I say that. Maybe it would be better to wait until I've got a farm set up before I start offing sheep, because there's not that... there's enough. Hey, come here. There we go. That's all I needed. Just a little bit of wool. And while I'm up here and I have an axe, I'm gonna just grab a little bit more wood so that we have some stuff to play with tonight. Because I think, you know, the first night's sacred. You don't sleep the first night, right? I don't know. It feels too easy to have a bed the first night. More coal. I don't think that cave's gonna go anywhere, but I'll poke around and find out. Could be a decent spot for a shelter tonight. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's just it's set too far down. So what's going to happen is a creeper is going to wander down into this little depression that we're in, and it's going to blow up, and then I'm going to die. Oh, okay, never... You know, I was saying that this was going to be a bad cave. I think that I was wrong. And I think that that's iron. I'll take a few iron for my first day. I think I'm going to have to turn the music volume down. because that's actually really loud. And I'm not going to be able to look... Is that ice? No, it's sand. It's sand with some stuff on it. Really, I should not be doing this today. I think I'm going to come back. I'm going to make a little dirt pillar at the top of this cave, at the top, you know, kind of the entrance to this cave, because I'm going to have to come back. This is a really good spot to do some digging. And see, coal just... There's coal in the dirt. It's everywhere. And that will be my beacon, which will tell me, because beacons aren't in the game yet. So, yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear these trees off so that they're not blocking the view. And then I'll build a nice little dirt beacon. And then that will tell us where the cave is for the next couple of days when I start to do some mining. But for right now, I do need to work on finding a shelter for the next... Ow. Hey guys, by the way, there's a hole there. It may be a good place to do some mining, but it's not really ideal for cliff jumping, which is what I was doing. So we're gonna not do... And that'll decay, and so it's okay. There we go. No damage. There's sheep everywhere. There's a swamp over there. I think swamps were actually relatively new in this version of Minecraft. And that sun is definitely going down. So I think we're going to have to go find a place to spend the night. So I can start to get some shelter crafted up. Get some dinner. The sheep are safe for today because they don't drop food. I really hope there's more cows because I don't want to have to try to lead cows back with wheat. It's a pain, and I don't like doing it. So with any luck, I won't have to do that. But the sun is rapidly going down. I'm thinking that spot where I mined some coal earlier today is going to be the place. And yeah, I'm gonna have to eat because I've been sprinting around all day. I am an active adventurer, and that's just gonna have to happen. Anyway, I think this is as good a spot as any to maybe tunnel back. Here, let's do it this way. Let's do this. Just tunnel right back into the wall. I would rather be closer to ground level. But we can do this. So here's going to be the door. I will be able to see when the sun comes up, which is great. I don't like not having my keybinds for my tools. I have a fancy mouse with all the extra buttons, and I can't use any of them. Yeah, I think that this is going to be where we build our stuff. Let's get a furnace going. And I've got tons of coal, so I can just make a door. And this is one thing I wish they hadn't changed. I think it is ridiculous that you get 3 doors for the price of 1. Why 3 doors? Why on earth do you get that many doors? Who needs that many doors? I don't know who needs that many doors, but I know who's getting that many doors. I'm not gonna waste coal on that. 8 burns is just too many. So yeah, there we go. Here is kind of our hidey hole for the first night. And I will craft up a bed, but I'm not going to use it just yet. Because... okay. Because I said so. Because I said I'm not going to. That's why. And this shelter is feeling a little bit cramped. I'm going to just make this a little bigger. 3 blocks high is a perfectly reasonable 9-foot ceilings. Come on, guys. Code dictates 9-foot ceilings, right? I think it does. Or if it doesn't, it encourages them. And that's what most people have. So there we go. Alright, and that means I can place my bed. I'm just gonna do this as a little kind of bed nook. So we can put the bed down. I'm gonna make a shovel because that looks like a lot of dirt. So I'm gonna make a shovel. And we can check that out here in just a second. I guess tonight, as is probably traditional, we can start a mine. I don't know what the best, like, I guess what I could have done, and what I'm going to do, I guess I am going to use some coal for no reason. Turn some of that into torches. And that means I need to make more sticks because I want a shovel. And the bed is just going to go back here. I think that's a good spot for a bed. Because I don't remember, but I think that these doors were a little bit finicky and could get a little bit clippy now and then. I'm going to just have a steak. Have a steak. Fill my hunger bar up. Give me my last piece of iron, please. Thank you. And let's get a chest going because storage, I foresee storage becoming an issue. Let's get 2 chests going. May as well make it a double chest. You can't click and drag in this version. That's another thing that I'm really happy they added, and I feel like Minecraft benefits from. Anyway, let's sort out this dirt issue. Well, yeah, the dirt is there. I don't really want to see dirt in my shelter. It just makes my shelter feel worse. I think justifiably worse. And let's pop that up there. And I had stone. And there we go. There is my... And it's got the old texture for cobble, which I can understand why people said it wasn't very nice looking, but I really appreciate it. I think it was a good texture for cobble. But here's what I think we're gonna do: is we're just gonna go down a little ways, see if I can't find anything close to the surface. Maybe I'll run into a cave, though that's admittedly less likely in this version compared to some of the newer ones. What I won't run into, and what makes me very happy that I won't run into, is I won't run into andesite, diorite, or granite, which means that my inventory will not be clogged full of admittedly pretty blocks, with the exception of granite. Granite is hideous, and anyone who says otherwise is kidding themselves. It's vaguely pink and brown. It's not a pretty block. But diorite and andesite, both 10 out of 10. They're gorgeous. Just when you're mining, they fill your inventory up really fast because you've got 8 different types of stone and some gravel and some other stuff. And I've broken my pick. I'm doing well. Let's get another one. I'm not going to get an iron pick right now. I just don't need one. What I do need, however, I am going to need a bucket. I think that's going to be the first thing I make out of my iron, because that really is the most important tool in Minecraft. I hope you can see when it gets dark like that. If not, I apologize. I'll see if I can't brighten the video up any in post, but I'm not sure if that's going to be an option. DaVinci Resolve is the video processor I use. It does a lot of things, but I don't know for sure if it does that or not. So I'm just going to hope it does, but if it doesn't, sorry, I guess. Yeah, I hope it does. Hopefully it won't be a problem at all anyway, and hopefully you'll be able to just see, dig through this gravel a little bit, see if I can't pick up some flint, because I love a bow, and some flint would be really nice. I'm not going to be doing any fighting tonight, so I won't be getting a bow or a fishing rod or any of that tonight, but I will get one eventually. Just not on my first night. Alright, I'm not sure if this is something you guys want to watch, because this is really just me digging through rock, and my voice is not conditioned to keep talking for long periods of time. My throat is already sore. It's been, what, 20 minutes? If that? Let's just see. Yeah, it's been 21 minutes, which, granted, is close to the end of this episode. We're getting close to the end of this episode. I have things I've got to do today. But yeah, it is still nighttime. Looking outside, it is still nice and dark. And the local cattle, you specifically, quiet. Oh right, block was a thing. I miss block. Right, because you could attack and block at the same time, which I don't know if it actually gave you the block benefit. I would be unsurprised if it didn't. I'm sorry, but this is driving me kind of crazy, so there's going to be a random less than pretty cobblestone outside, but I'd rather have that than have grass inside. Even if it is inside my mine, it just does not look very nice. Let's see. Have I got anything interesting? I've got a bunch of gravel. I'm just going to keep digging through some of this gravel because I would really, really like some more flint. Because once I get some chickens going in a nice little farm, that will make it easier for me to, I don't know, to do... Oh, yes. I'm an intelligent being, I promise. But yeah, that'll make it easier, I think, to do things like... That'll make it easier to do things like get large quantities of arrows. I don't know why I'm incapable of finishing a thought this evening. I apologize. I'm gonna hang on to this. I have a use for this later. I think it's cool. That sounds like skeletons burning, which means that we have made it through our first night back in the past. Hope you have enjoyed this episode of Minecraft 1.0. Stay tuned, and I will see you next time. I'm hoping that this will turn into something of a series, that I'll keep doing this, and keep doing some uploads of this. I also have a survival island set in 1.16 using Lagundo's Ocean Survival mod pack that he used. Granted, I don't think it works entirely properly. I think that some of the stuff is missing. For instance, the physics for the water just isn't there. Optifine wouldn't install. It's got a few mods that I think are missing. But in any case, I think it'll be an interesting thing. I will upload that sometime in the next day or two. In the meantime, enjoy this episode, and let me know in the comments if this is something you're interested in seeing more of, and if you like going back in time. Alright. Nope, that's the wrong button. See you later.